Hey there guys, you're here at Rogue Reviews with your favorite red-haired, silver-tongued devil with a heart of gold with a chip on both shoulders. And this week we will be talking about the new Brad Pitt movie, Fury. So, to give you a brief synopsis of the movie, basically it's about a 5-man crew in a Sherman tank that are fighting for the Allies in World War II in 1945 that have worked their way up from Africa through Belgium and into the heart of Germany. So they are behind enemy lines now. And it's about survival and how these guys really depend on each other to stay alive and still feel still know what it's like to feel human once in a while. And so, first of all, Brad Pitt. What an amazing standout performance. One of the very few leading men in Hollywood today that can still convincingly portray and hook you into actually thinking he's an entirely different person on screen. Unlike even recent World War II movies like The Monuments Men starring George Clooney and Matt Damon, I still felt that you were watching them be themselves in a suit or with a mustache. But Brad Pitt was incredible. You see how this guy's entire life has been shaped by war, and he's just trying to fulfill his promise to keep his men on the crew alive. So next up, Shia LaBeouf. Amazing breakthrough performance. This is the same guy who did 3 Transformers movies in a row before he murdered the Indiana Jones franchise, and easily puts out the best work he's ever done, and is starting to go almost like in a trail like Matthew McConaughey, where you're used to seeing him in a certain kind of cheesy role for like a decade, and now he's just like totally cracking it out of the park, getting outside of his comfort zone. I feel like he started doing that with Lawless, and then really focused it in on his performance in Fury. It was totally believable even when he cried. I was like, oh my god, when did this guy become a real actor? And next up, you have Logan Lerman, who is mostly known for playing like Percy Jackson and in the romantic, like John Hughes kind of style, coming-of-age teen romance movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower, which actually was a pleasant surprise as well. But the big thing about Logan Lerman is that most people forget that he was also in a movie called 3:10 to Yuma, opposite of Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, which was a Western based on the author Elmore Leonard's novel of the same name. And this guy has written tons of novels that have been turned into movies. But the point is Logan Lerman made an amazing character believable in a scenario like this. Well, he's going toe-to-toe with heavyweights like Brad Pitt and completely keeps on an even keel, and it's his by far most adult performance and mature work to date. It was incredibly impressive to see this kid who looks like his character lied on his enlistment form just to join the army. And he plays a character, Norman Ellison, who gets taken off desk duty and is thrown into battle. Amazing. But other than that, we had Michael Pena, who is also in David Ayer's other in David Ayer's other film, End of Watch, opposite of Jake Gyllenhaal. And it had a lot of overlapping similarities to Fury in the sense that it was about these 2 cops that are partners in a patrol car just trying to survive in South Central LA and do their job at the same time. So really, Michael Pena totally solidified his on-screen chemistry with David Ayer behind the camera. Gave a great standout performance. And up next, we also had Jon Bernthal, who's mostly known for his work on The Walking Dead and in The Wolf of Wall Street. And what was amazing to see Jon Bernthal do in this movie was branch out in a totally different way, where he's playing a similar character, like, you know, the alpha male jock guy who doesn't really take any shit from anybody or anything like that, but he does it in a completely different way, one that you would never expect, and he plays it with a lot of sincerity and a lot of vulnerability. And the guy's got a lot of heart, and it's amazing to see that kind of character open up. And honestly, David Ayer, the director who also penned the script, this is by far, above and beyond, balls out, hands down, his best work to date. Like, he's mostly known, he got his big break in Hollywood by writing the scripts for Training Day and The Fast and the Furious, but this is above and beyond, far beyond anything you would ever expect from this guy. Because not only is it totally believable and you get a lot of amazing standout performances. The cinematography was incredible to see such dark subject matter shot so beautifully, and he does a lot of really cool landscape work with like fog and smoke, and like, you know, the war scenes look incredibly realistic. And personally, I also think he did a very good job of being responsible with the way he portrayed violence in the film, because it looks incredibly brutal and daringly realistic and does not like stylize it or make the violence look cool in any way or anything like that. And yes, I definitely think like 10 years from now, Fury could be a total classic. You could revisit this movie in a decade and I still feel like it would stand the test of time. So personally, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because you rarely get these kinds of performances from these A-list Hollywood guys and be blown away. The whole film was an absolutely pleasant surprise. And thank you for tuning into Rogue Reviews. You can check me out on Twitter at the real Alex R. Young. And you can also check out my affiliate partner channels, Motorcycles Vancouver and The Land Closet. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe, comment, or like. And I'll catch you guys next time when I go to review the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Nightcrawler. Take it easy, and I'll see you around.